is going on, black and white sports fans and black and white sports 2 fans? Got the names confused there for a second. And also on Rumble. Rumble's in the house. Rhodes is
Nice.
in the house. What's going
Yes.
on?
Oh, nothing, man. Nothing. So sitting around this morning and ta-da! Tom Brady's retired. Oh, wait, what? What do you mean Tom Brady's retired?
Yeah.
I'm putting my coins away to get a 49ers Tom Brady jersey. What do you mean Tom Brady's retired? It's not supposed to work like that.
Actually, I was about to shoot the
Man.
network video I put out, and then you text me. I was like, all right, I'll shoot that real quick. I was kind of surprised, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, they broke in on Fox News this morning. I was like, whoa, okay. That's surprising out of nowhere.
I was sitting right here about to put my network video together when you had texted me. We got 70 people in here right now, 58 on Black and White Sports. Hopefully notifications did go out. Let me check and see if I actually got one. But smash the thumbs up button, guys. And yes, I did.
While you're doing that, Sixer Iverson in the house, the artist formerly known as Joe Bob Tar Heel, Mustang Sally, Joe Bob Tar Heel 2? Wait, what? What am I looking at? Okay. Interesting. Michael Davis, Stony 1, Kenobi, Rocky.
Stony 1?
Ezreal, yes. East Coast Temple, Davis Lord 300, New Edge Designs, Casey Malone, and Tony Freshy in the house. And as always, we do accept super chats.
And Rumble Rants, if you're on Rumble, we got, I think, 7 people watching on Rumble. Appreciate everybody coming out. Kempo Karate.
Oh, we got us a Tom Brady. We got us a hater in here.
Wait, what was that?
Tom Brady hater in here.
Oh, I was talking about the comment, I think, right there. About time the cheating bastard exited the game. Well, if you are a Montana and Jerry Rice fan, Jerry Rice was catching on balls to stick 'em, which was illegal. Just saying, he's the greatest receiver of all time.
Not only that, but for all you haters, what was the first thing he did in Tampa when he left New England? Oh yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No Patriots required.
No
Belichick required.
Well, Gronk was there.
Well, Gronk was there, and he needed Gronk this year too. By the way,
yeah,
he did.
Yeah. Oh, I know what? I haven't even checked today. I have not checked to see if Antonio Brown has said anything.
Oh, I haven't either.
I haven't checked. Giselle came out and said something. She was being supportive.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. It wasn't really much, but she was kind of like, she was supportive, and that was pretty much it. But it was
her jiu-jitsu instructor allowed her to put up a post about Tom Brady? Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know if I don't know about the whole thing with the jiu-jitsu instructor. We heard about that before also. Then nothing kind of came to light about it. I don't know. I really don't know. We got our first super chat here today on Black and White Sports from Connor Akers for $5. The retirement announcement timing made me wonder if he did it to promote the crappy movie 80 for Brady. I don't think so. I think he put it out. I think he already knew what he was going to do, but he didn't want to overshadow the championship weekend. So now this is the week between the Super Bowl. So I don't think that he actually wanted to interrupt the championship games. What happened to you? Rose just kind of dipped out.
So when StreamYard said they were having issues the other day, they still are. They just kicked me the hell right out. And I didn't touch a damn thing.
Okay.
Yep.
But what do you make of the timing of it? I just said that I think he already knew, but he didn't want to take away from championship weekend, and then the Super Bowl is the following week too.
Well, I've got a couple of theories here. Number one, do I think he's quite aware of the fact that he's about to have a movie drop and he announces his retirement right before that movie drops? He's very aware of that. I mean, he's aware of everything. However, I also have a couple more things because, one, it came out, and look, all the credit in the world to a couple of different people out there. Chris Sims, Pewter Report, both said it. If he was going to come back, it was only going to be for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And that was shocking to me. That was shocking right there to me.
And even more credit because really Chris Sims never backed off the fact he thought he was going to retire. He thought he was done. This whole time, even last week, he was like, he's done. I think he retires. He said he was playing until he was 45 and he's going to walk away. And I was like, I just don't see that happening. I mean, there's going to be opportunities for him. However, I do have a theory that maybe he did not have any opportunities. That the only opportunity he had was Tampa, and he knew Tampa was not going to be very good next year. And he called it quits. Because I think maybe he didn't. I think San Francisco turned him down again.
I can see why teams would hesitate on a 45-year-old quarterback.
Sure.
But this is clearly the best 45-year-old quarterback in NFL history. It's not even close.
Absolutely. But I got to thinking about the 49ers thing after he had announced the retirement, and I was like, if they thought he was too old 4 years ago, why would they take him now?
Yeah.
I mean, they thought he was too old 4 years ago.
The 49ers right now, because you don't believe Jimmy G is going to be back. Brock Purdy is hurt right now.
No.
He's out for 6 months.
Okay. Well, let's just go there. Kyle Shanahan in the press conference today confirmed Jimmy Garoppolo will not be a 49er next year. It's over. He's gone. So they will not be re-signing Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to go into next season with a Super Bowl caliber roster with a I just got hurt Brock Purdy and Trey, I can't throw the ball in the right direction, Lance. And Mother F John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan for this.
Well,
I'm pissed at them. This will go down as one of the biggest failures in the history of football to have this roster. This is a Pro Bowl roster on both sides.
It's a championship roster.
And they're going to blow it. They're going to blow it. They're not going to win a damn Super Bowl. They're not.
Now, what are the odds, though, that Tom Brady actually gets that itch? Like in no, right now it's easy to retire right now because for one thing, season's over with. You've been eliminated. Also, there's no camp. No, he doesn't have to do any all-season stuff. What if he gets that itch around, let's say May? What are the odds? Because we know San Francisco needs a quarterback. What are the odds he actually returns? I'm going to put it, and I'm going to be fair about this. The odds of Tom Brady returning, 30%.
I'm going to go all in, 1%.
1%.
He's done.
I'm just cracking it open a little bit because right now in heat of the moment, this same guy that retired roughly the same time last year and returned 40 days later.
If it wasn't for last year, now it might be a different story. Like if he had never retired last year and then come back, but there was something about it today that was just like, hey, we're not making this a big deal. I had my one shot of making a big deal out of it. That was last year. I blew it. This is it. It's over. I'm done.
Here's another scenario right here. Now, you guys know I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh.
And one thing about Dak is injury prone. What if something crazy happens to Dak where he like blows out his ACL? Dallas is another good spot right there, I believe.
Look, somebody brought up Dallas the other day, and you're right. It's not terrible. There was a couple of places that weren't terrible. Like Carolina's got a great defense and needs a quarterback. Frank Wright's there.
Miami is another one.
They got DJ Moore. Yeah. I think, believe it or not, I really do think Miami believes Tua is the guy there.
His health is always going to be a question mark.
He's one or two hits away from. I think he's close. I don't think he's going to be playing very much longer. I truly don't, unless he can just somehow, some way avoid taking the big hit. Yeah. Now, this is being brought up. The only other thing I will say about the Niners is, and the problem is the Packers have already come out and stated they will not trade Aaron Rodgers in conference.
No. The Jets is probably a good option for Aaron Rodgers.
But I think he's going to the Jets. I mean, he out.
He probably is.
He talked at length about Nathaniel Hackett when he was on with Pat McAfee this week, and he loves Hackett. He's friends with the family, the wife, the kids, everybody involved in Hackett. And
I think it's almost a 0% chance Rodgers goes back to Green Bay. I just don't see it.
No, because the word has it is they don't want him back.
They don't want him. They're ready to move on from him.
Yeah. I read an article that said that the biggest difference between last year and this year is the Packers legitimately wanted Aaron Rodgers back last year because he had come straight off that MVP.
And let's bring up another factor here.
They're telling people they don't want him now. So
let's bring up another factor. Aaron Rodgers is also not nearly as beloved as Brett Favre in Green Bay. They love Brett Favre in Green Bay. And Brett Favre, the Packers, year after year, they were just waiting on Brett Favre. Brett Favre was the Packers. So I believe that kind of is a factor in it also as well, is that he's just not as beloved.
I really never got the sense. You know why people didn't have a problem with Brett? And I know a lot of people acted like they were bitching about Brett. But Brett was always way more relatable to the everyday person than Aaron Rodgers.
He was more like you, country boy, that kind of thing. He was like your everyday guy. He lives in Mississippi. He's a Southern boy.
I'm a huge
and John
Favre
Madden
fan.
just absolutely loved him.
I'm a huge Favre fan, but man, if it's proven true what he's accused of, that's some sorry ass shit. I'm not going.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Derek for $10 on Black and White Sports 2. I really appreciate the honesty from both of you. Please don't stop what you're doing. Love to see all the channels growing. Yeah. Actually, guys, honestly, January is normally a pretty dead month. We actually did better on views in January than we did in December. Now, revenue-wise, no, not even close. Well, I wouldn't say not even close, but CPM was trash, and that's just the way January is.
It's recovered. It's recovering. The CPM is finally recovering.
Yeah.
But the problem was we got like probably 40% of all of our views in the first 7 days.
Yeah.
And the CPM that first week was
awful.
Awful. Trash.
But it seems like crazy stuff seems to happen in January, though, because last year it was Antonio Brown.
But we made a lot of money last January. Actually.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And this year it was on DeMar Hamlin.
Also, guys, while I'm thinking about it, make sure you look at your phone, grab the Newsbreak app. We're on Newsbreak, and we are now putting out a video or two a day on Newsbreak.
And it's not just Texas. Pretty much what you see here can be put on Newsbreak, and guess what? Newsbreak does not censor us like YouTube.
It's also a lot of. Occasionally, you will get a video that might be close to the same topic.
I put up a LeBron video over there.
But generally speaking, it's all new videos over there. It's not crossover videos from here. It's original content. So we've got over 8,000 followers over there now.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And actually, hold on. Let me get over here to news break here real quick.
While you're doing that, also make sure go subscribe. We're on any of your favorite podcasting systems, networks out there. Spotify, Castbox, Google, Apple Podcast. We're still on Breaker, I think. So the lovely spouse has entered the chat. And Iron Man is kicking ass. Also, while I'm thinking about it, channel memberships are available on the channel as well. So,
there you go. I put the link to Newsbreak right there. And you can click that and follow us on Newsbreak.
By the way, you don't have to have the app. You can use a computer to get the Newsbreak and follow us. Yeah.
But I think the vast majority of people actually use the app, though.
It looks like it, but like I keep Newsbreak up, and I mean I've got it up right now. It's just a website.
Yeah, my mom has Newsbreak on her phone. I didn't even know she had it. I hear a phone going off. That must be yours.
Clearly not a catch. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about Dez Bryant?
As a Packers fan, you can't be trusted with opinions about them after the clearly not a catch. Well, that was definitely a catch today. He took like 3 steps, Dez Bryant.
Look, I'm a Niners fan. I certainly have no love for the Cowboys. None. That shit was a catch.
Yeah.
Y'all got screwed royally.
Yeah. Steven Undisclosed for $5. Keep up the great work. Go Browns. Did you get one of those child abduction alerts?
I did. That's what.
That's what from Silsby.
Yeah.
That's what just happened on my phone right here. So
we talked a little bit about Tom Brady, but what about this Greg Olsen thing? Because evidently people love Greg Olsen, and what am I missing here? Because something about Greg Olsen is just not resonating with me when I watch him during games. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't want to say that it's the lack of name recognition, because Greg Olsen was a great tight end. Well, he was a very good tight end, a Hall of Very good tight end. But, when I tune in to Fox Game of the Week, look, all these years I had John Madden and then Troy Aikman.
Yeah. Hall of Famers.
Greg Olsen ain't doing it for me. It's just not. And I know people are praising him. They love him on Twitter. Oh my God, Greg Olsen, blah, blah, blah. Everybody it's turned into the new thing. Well, I'm like, wait a minute now. Y'all loved Tony Romo. Now everybody hates Tony Romo. And I'm like, wait a minute. Tony Romo's still really damn good. Like, what exactly is the problem with Tony Romo?
Tony Romo's great on TV.
I think he is too. And part of this whole thing is I want to be entertained too. And it's not just X's and O's, okay? I want to be entertained. Aikman is entertaining to me. People hate Chris Collinsworth. I think Collinsworth is hilarious. Some of the shit that rolls out of his mouth, I'm like, did you really say that on TV? I mean, he's made some stuff I've had to do videos on because
Collinsworth catches a lot of heat.
Well, he had that one during the game this year. He was like, he's coming right down your throat. And I'm like, whoa. Mm-hmm. And he went viral over that comment.
See, but Aikman had a bit of controversy. He was saying, what did he say? We need to take the skirts off when it came to those roughing the passer penalties. He said something like that.
I want comments like that.
Yeah.
I want somebody that's not afraid to say things like that. How about we take the skirts off these mother effers out there without saying mother effers?
Yeah. Now, of course, Aikman played in a very, very physical era in the 1990s. I mean, Aikman had like 10 concussions, 10 of them, cut his career short.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these guys this season, they got touched and refs are throwing flags. I mean, it's ridiculous. But Tom Brady, 10-year, $375 million deal with Fox. And Greg Olsen has already said, yeah, it's going to suck if he loses his number one spot job. Well, newsflash, you're going to lose your number one spot job. Then they're just not giving $375 million out for the number 2 spot. They're just not doing that. People will tune in to Fox to see Tom Brady cover the Dallas Cowboys. Remember, Fox has the NFC East, and the Dallas Cowboys are playing. He's going to be covering Cowboys games.
Yeah. Yeah. Cowboys, Giants. Yeah, the NFC East is going to be a big deal on there. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, but that's name recognition absolutely is a thing during that time slot. I mean, I could feel it when we tuned in for those NFC games on Fox. It just felt smaller this year. It did. And frankly,
it misses Aikman, man. Aikman and Buck on Fox is just
absolutely.
Was great.
I mean, it just felt not quite as important as it once did. And now I got to be real. I tune into Monday Night Football. All of a sudden, it feels big again.
Yeah,
Monday Night Football feels big again.
Even Romo on CBS, it feels big when he's on there. Fox definitely felt small when. I mean, you had Summerall and Madden on Fox.
Yeah.
You had Aikman and Buck. You need star power on Fox because every single NFC East matchup is a rivalry game. All of them.
Look, he's Sumo Orange is not. Joe Buck feels like Fox. That's what's strange about them being gone. I like them on Monday Night Football, but it does seem strange them not being
Honestly,
there.
to tell you the truth, I'm an Astros fan. You guys know that. The World Series was not the same without Joe Buck. It's not the same. I'm glad we won, though, but you guys get the point. Yeah, you're right about this one. This comment here. Summerall and Madden, man, that's the GOATs right there.
The GOATs.
That is the GOATs. Super chat here. SG Sports Talk Channel 199. Thoughts on Demeco Ryans signing with the Texans? I called that one, man.
I like it because they don't necessarily have a franchise quarterback down there. It's
a clean slate for him, really.
It is, and the key to his success is going to be who does he get as his offensive coordinator and his quarterback's coach. We know that quarterback is the most important position on the field.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, it all goes through the quarterback, and he's got to get somebody that's going to end up being some offensive coordinator superstar. That's just all there is to it. And I do think Jimmy Garoppolo, I think there's a really strong chance he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Texans next year. Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. My one caveat to that is if the Jets do not trade for Aaron Rodgers, then the Jets will be the biggest competition for Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Texans.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, though, what did J.J. Watt really know? Did he actually have a conversation with Cal McNair about Demeco Ryans? Because remember, he posted that picture on Twitter of him and Demeco Ryans in their Texans uniforms. And then the next day, Demeco gets the job.
He knew.
He had to know. Cal McNair had to be talking to J.J. Watt probably.
Yeah.
Or he just told him about it.
And, by the way, as long as he can stay healthy, if Jimmy goes down there, I got to be honest with you. I think Houston wins that AFC South if Jimmy Garoppolo starts for Houston next year.
You think so?
Yeah, that's right.
Man, they got a lot of issues down there.
I mean, what
But
is he?
if they got
40
Jimmy,
four-
a capable
40
quarterback, and we know Demeco Ryans is a pretty good defensive coordinator, I can see them winning 7 games next year.
Okay.
Just on
Look,
that.
Just guy who's a hater of Jimmy, I'm just going to tell you, and I always use this as an example, but I'm going to remind you. In 2017, when Jimmy was traded for and they brought him in, they set him on the bench so he could learn Shanahan's offense. The 49ers were 0-11. Should I repeat that? 0-11. They put Jimmy G in at quarterback. They went 5-0.
You don't realize how important a quarterback is. Jimmy is a capable quarterback. He's
Just
a great
like that.
quarterback. He's capable. The problem with Houston, they had no quarter. They were down to what, that third string quarterback? I don't even know his name. And Lovie Smith won 3 games with them. If you bring Jimmy G and Demeco fixes the defense, I believe they can win 7 games. And I'm going to stick with that.
10-7.
You think they'll go 10-7 next year if they get Jimmy G?
10-7.
Okay.
I mean, look.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
What Jimmy does, there's a couple of things that Jimmy struggles with, okay? But what Jimmy does is he automatically gets an offense to move up and down the field. He can move an offense up and down the field. He can your offense is going to take too many field goals, but the fact is Houston wasn't scoring nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
They wasn't scoring any points. All right? Man, it's dude, and I haven't. Come on, stop it. I watched all of Jimmy's snaps when he was with the Patriots. That kid can play. I mean, I always thought he could play. He's like Alex Smith, maybe on steroids, is kind of how I look at Jimmy. You know, he's just a good insert professional quarterback into your lineup, stabilize everything. His win-loss record is so much higher than Kirk Cousins. I mean, Jimmy's got all the playoff experience and all of that. Man, if I was a team in peril and needed a professional quarterback, Jimmy would be the guy that I would call. I'd give me a good backup.
Well, let me tell you guys this. As a Cowboys fan, you guys know I'm very, very critical of Dak. But Dak is not going anywhere. You want to know why? It's still super duper hard to find a quarterback as good as Dak. It is that hard to find a quarterback.
Absolutely.
You can.
You're right.
The Cowboys can't get rid of Dak. As much as I want them to get somebody else, what are the chances you're actually going to find somebody better than Dak?
Very low.
They
Very
won.
low.
They went 12-5 this season. They won 12 games last year. It's very, very hard to find some. I mean, if you find an Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, man, that's like hitting the lottery right there.
Okay, you get rid of him. You bring in Derek Carr. Is Derek Carr going to be better than Dak? Do we know that sure?
That's not much of an improvement at all.
I mean, you know, they're virtually the same quarterback except Dak's younger.
Yeah.
You know?
But Dak's problem is and Rose truly believes that thumb is not healed, and that's why he threw 15 picks in 12 games.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, because it's just
it was very uncharacteristic of Dak to throw that many picks like that.
Absolutely. I believe that thumb never healed correctly or to the full extent. And the problem was, and this is the problem with Jerry Jones, you're out there slurping Cooper Rush as the next big thing, and you've got your starting quarterback wondering about whether or not he's going to get his job back. So, yeah, if I'm Dak, I'm coming back. I am. You're not going to ask me out of my job.
Yeah, and Cooper Rush, pretty good backup quarterback. He did a good job when he was playing. A pretty good job.
Taker 610 with the $2. Thank you. How about Jimmy to the Jets to mentor Wilson? Because of the Robert Saleh thing, yeah, if he doesn't go to the Texans and the Jets don't get Aaron Rodgers, then the Jets are another place. It'd be 50-50 between the Jets and the Texans. However, I like Jimmy to Houston because, look, the fans are going to love Jimmy down there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be way less of a profile in Houston. Jimmy can go down there. The team will immediately get better, and there won't be all the Jets drama stuff that you got from the media and everything involving that. So,
but make no mistake about it. There's going to be pressure in Houston to win games. Those Texans fans are bit time loyal. And Texans haven't had a long history, but people are crazy about Texans down here in Houston. And there's a super chat I missed here. USA Rugby lead and Union fan for $10. Appreciate that. What do you guys think about rugby? No pads, no helmets, no timeouts. Players play offense and defense. American football comes from rugby. Major League Rugby here in U.S. and Canada is free to watch. I didn't know we had rugby here. I've never watched rugby.
I have, and boy, that's some tough sons of bitches, right there.
I know. I know. American football is inspired by rugby.
Them dudes are. You want to talk about tough? Now that's some tough dudes playing rugby. Truly, that is some rough dudes.
Yeah, we appreciate it. The super chat. Thanks for the super chats coming in, guys. I really appreciate that. Smash the thumbs up button if you do not mind. And also smash the like button over on Rumble as well. We got 20 people watching over there right now. Okay. What?
SG Sports Talk. I did check your channel out. Yeah, you got some good stuff on there. I'm impressed. You got some good stuff covering the Niners over there.
You want to dive into this ESPN thing? I've noticed something about ESPN. Now,
is this the WNBA thing?
Yeah. As you guys know, today is the big day of Tom Brady's retirement. But ESPN, I noticed they've been doing this lately. They've been pushing the WNBA. I guess they carry the exclusive rights to the WNBA. But I don't know for sure. But they actually did this when the greatest player, one of the greatest athletes of all time, retires. They pushed this out. Here we go on Outkick. ESPN puts aside Tom Brady retirement to promote random WNBA news on front page of website. Now, usually when you look at ESPN, you see the red letters breaking news. You're like, oh, man, this is big. This is big. This, not so much. Look at this. Breaking news, former MVP Breanna Stewart, leaving Storm for Liberty. Okay. That's really a thing?
Hey, do you want to know what I thought of earlier when I saw New York Liberty? I literally thought of just the other day, I did a story about the New York Rangers, and they did not wear their Pride Night jerseys out there, okay?
Yeah.
But they wore what they call their New York Liberty jerseys with the Statue of Liberty on the front of their jerseys. That's what I thought of when I saw New York Liberty. It never even like the WNBA, if it's not Brittany Griner or something, if it's not blatantly like in front of me, the WNBA would never cross my mind.
No.
Ever.
What are the odds anybody actually knows Breanna Stewart? I believe that Breanna Stewart was a bigger name when she was at UConn. Because let's be honest,
without a doubt.
UConn is bigger than any other WNBA team. And they're a college team.
College women's basketball is bigger than the WNBA.
At UConn.
Much more popular. I'm going to keep it real.
Oh, Baylor no doubt it's more popular than the WNBA.
Baylor is more well-known than
Tennessee.
Tennessee, LSU. I mean,
South Carolina, defending champs.
Absolutely.
I mean, you actually do know when the NCAA women's March Madness is. You actually do know that. I couldn't tell you when the WNBA finals is.
I would come much closer to watching a college NC2A game.
I watched UConn women's basketball. I watched it. I've never watched. Well, I can't say I never watched the WNBA game, but it's been forever. But look at this. ESPN.
I can honestly say I've never seen one.
What WNBA game?
I never. No.
When it first came out, because Houston Comets were really good, I actually saw some of their games.
I've seen UConn play. I've seen Pat Summitt in
Pat
Tennessee.
Summitt, Gino Oriema. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I've watched them play games. Sure.
But not on that road. ESPN, man, they got roasted for it.
I can imagine.
Look at this. This is on Twitter here. Sports Center tweets out, there's a new Big 3 in New York.
A Big 3. Is there a Big 1? Is there a Big 1? Even one?
I know
your Big 1 was locked up in a fucking Russian prison. I mean, stop it. a big 3.
I know one player. I know one player here, Breonna Stewart, mainly because she played at UConn. I don't know who these two other people are. I have no idea.
That chick on the left is from Saturday Night Live, isn't she? Isn't that the Ghostbusters chick? It looks like her.
Oh God!
Isn't that is that Leslie Jones?
Oh my goodness!
Is that Leslie Jones? Who is that, dude? I don't know who that is.
I don't know, man. Look at the comments here. Let's see, where is it at? Damn fats lower the rim or something to get. It gets boring so quick. I'm sorry, but we can't name a single one of those people. Well, I can name Breonna Stewart. That's it. Fats, who are they? New York has a WNBA team. Oh, yeah, they're called the Nets.
Right.
Oh, man. WNBA really got a Big 3 to New York before the Nets. I don't know who they are. I really don't know. Gun to my head, I couldn't name a single player or the team mascot. I don't know the mascot. I just know the Liberty. I don't know the mascot. Let's see. Like if you have no clue who they are.
Yeah, I mean, not a prayer. If you and somebody said in the chat, or actually just said it, if somebody threatened my life and told me to tell them who one of those players was, I'd be a dead sumbitch. I'd be screwed. I mean, super dead. I think that one player, the Breonna player, isn't she the one that recently there was some kind of controversy over her contract and her being knocked up? Wasn't that a thing?
I don't think.
I think I saw that. Maybe that's what I saw. Oh well. Oh, the wokes will come after me for saying that. Oh, my God, that's atrocious. She's with child. Please. Kiss my ass. Twice, just to be sure.
Look here. Curly, Larry, and Mo.
They go hard to the paint. You know what I mean? That's good.
Yeah.
Brittany, I'm telling you, Brittany Griner is the only WNBA player that I could have named Brittany Griner.
And that's not because of basketball.
Russia. I could have named her because I remember her from Baylor.
But she's famous now because she likes the Chronic, not because of a basketball game. People know her because of that.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Taker 610, $2. W in WNBA stands for worse, not women. Coincidence.
Well, look, there's no, it's not by accident that Ice Cube's Big 3 is growing like mad.
It is.
The WNBA is just, if anything, gone backwards. It's been at least stagnant, but the Big 3 is growing like a mother, you know, and that's like ex NBA guys and, you know,
for the most part, the Big 3 has forget about the former NBA players. They actually have people like T.O. that can actually play, and it looks good when they actually play. WNBA, it looks like the ball's too big for the women. When somebody actually tries to dunk, is not even exciting.
Well, it's a lack of physicality too
Yeah.
that hurts the entire game. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, the NBA could learn some things from the big three. You know,
Yeah.
The big three looks a lot more like basketball from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I turn it over there and I'm like, oh wow, Pistons and the Knicks broke out from 94.
Yeah. Sumo Orange $2. WNBA players are mostly lesbians. I just caught on to that. That's a good super chat right there. Yeah, thanks for that donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, the WNBA has no future, and ESPN put them at the forefront. I really do think that Disney is going to end up selling the ESPN. I mean, look at where Disney stock prices are. They're in the gutter. And who loses Disney the most money? ESPN.
Who's going to buy them?
I don't know, man. I would say it's Warner, but Warner,
well,
they dumped CW. CW's it's there, but it's not really there, I guess.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Warner. I know Netflix is dying for live sports. They're dying for it. Like that's the one part of their business model they are desperate to add is live sports. And they have actually Apple would be the other one that I could think of.
I can see Apple probably doing it.
Yeah.
Remember, Apple was in the running for a Sunday ticket.
Right.
Or what if
Netflix,
Google buys them?
Ooh. I keep hoping somebody will swoop in and buy YouTube.
Elon, you watching?
Yeah. Testing. Is this on? Now, you actually are going to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, correct? Oh, wait. That was the camera. Yeah. That's for the Jurassic Park fans out there.
Yeah. But there's no way, man. I mean, think it is. YouTube is probably making Google a whole bunch of money. And what would it even take to even sell it? I don't even know. I don't know how much YouTube actually makes for Google.
I wish somebody out of the box, but I don't know if, could like the Roku brand would they have the money to buy ESPN, you think? Can you read my comment? Which one?
Which one? You sent a super chat, so we read that. Is it that one? Oh, 3 players that are in the picture are Breonna Stewart, Sabrina Loneskew, and John Quayle Jones. Don't know him. Don't know him.
I got the Jones part right.
Yeah, you said Leslie Jones. You were wrong about Leslie.
Yeah. Well.
Iron Man says YouTube is its own entity, but it's a part of Google. Just like ESPN is its own entity, but it's under Disney. So, they could get dumped. And there was actually an article. I was actually thinking about making a video on it a few months ago. The speculation is that Disney is going to drop ESPN sometime this year. But who would actually buy it? What if Fox was to buy it?
Well, that's the only thing. That would be it makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you, because then they could just combine it in to their brands, FS1, FS2.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it makes the most. It would certainly give them a lot of power from a sports standpoint, because then they would have, you know, Monday Night Football and, you know, all these different things. UFC would be back, would be over on Fox again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Disney owns certain parts of Fox.
They don't own. The only thing they bought really was Fox Studios, 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
That was it. They don't own like the Fox News and FS1.
Right.
They don't own that.
Right. That's a big misconception. They like, for example, that's why you are seeing a movie like The Predator on Hulu, which is owned by Disney now. Hulu's owned by Disney. So
right. Yeah, it is a bit of confusion when it comes to Fox. When they sold it, it was only certain entities. It wasn't a whole company that got sold. So, God, I still wish George never sold to Disney. Star Wars. You heard about drag shows at Star Wars Celebration now?
I saw.
I put my short up on. That came out a few days ago.
I saw Jeremy made a video on it. I haven't watched it yet. And on top of that, I saw Drunk posted a video. I think it was Drunk, or maybe it was Ryan this afternoon. They're making a new Star Wars movie, and Rey's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. That's now. I did a video 2 months ago about the fact that Rey was at Lucasfilm headquarters one day, and because she took a picture from there and tweeted it out. And everybody was like, "Oh no, is this really happening?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing to see here. Please move along." And it was like, "No, everything to see there." God, really, y'all haven't learned anything. And now, why are drag shows involved with Star Wars? Why is that a thing?
That makes no sense. Oh, Brett Favre is he's talked about Tom Brady retiring on Fox, since we had kind of brought him up. Let's see here. I think it just came up. Let's see. Just looking for like a video. It's out there though. It's not worth really a story though. So
yeah, it's the one place that I wish Dana could get away from. I get it. I mean, that television contract he got with Disney, right, wrong, or indifferent, it did a lot of things for UFC from a monetary standpoint. And, of course, people have to remember now, they got that contract when ESPN was coming out of that woke phase after
the Cocaine Cowboy left.
After the Cocaine Cowboy got canned, they fired Jamel Hill, they fired Michael Smith, and they took all the wokeness back out of their programming. And then George Floyd happened, and then the bottom fell out again. You know, John Skipper,
yeah.
Cocaine Cowboy. Dan Le Batard, I hope that makes you mad.
Oh my goodness. I may have something we got to cover here. I got to watch this first. Okay. Because I want to make sure it's appropriate.
Daryl Strawberry and Dot Gooden. What is it?
Okay.
Is this getting cut out?
We may can cut some of this out right here.
Okay.
This is disturbing right here.
All right. Let's see what we got.
This is on Breitbart. 60-year-old man dies after fight at Vermont middle school basketball game.
What?
They were fighting on the court. Then there's a little video right here. No point in me actually playing it. But let's see here. A 60-year-old man has died after a fight involving several adults at a Vermont middle school basketball game on Tuesday night. That was last night then. Video from the scene shows adults punching and kicking each other in a fight that involved as many as a dozen people. So this is the clip right here, and the way YouTube goes about fights. I'm not going to play it, but you can kind of see like people in the middle right there. And it's all adults. Got some guys right there.
It just devolved into pure chaos.
Yeah. But there's a little kid there in the middle right there. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Did he just get trampled by those people in the middle? I'm not really sure. What else does it say here? The man who died, identified as Russell Garreau, was transported to a local hospital following the fight, but ultimately succumbed to his injuries. Police told local media that the cause of the fight was unknown, and several participants had left the gymnasium by the time officers arrived at the scene because they didn't want to get arrested, I guess.
Right.
Both middle schools, St. Albans and Arbor, put out statements offering their condolences to Garreau's family. Quote, all of us at the Maple Run community are shocked and saddened by last night's death of Russell Garreau after a physical altercation during a basketball game at the Arbor Community Education Center, the statement from Arbor read. Quote, we extend our condolences and sympathies to the families and friends. Since our students observed the altercation, we are working in the next days to support our students and families in dealing with the consequences of the altercation and Mr. Garreau's death. St. Albans added, quote, our immediate goal is to remind and educate our students and families that our school culture is one of family, community, and kindness. Police have asked anyone with information about the incident to contact them. This wasn't even involving kids. This is all adults.
So is this some kind of a high crime area where this school's located?
I don't know.
Was this something totally random that just popped off in the middle of a high school gym, and this many people went to swinging for real?
Yeah.
I mean, Vermont doesn't exactly seem like Compton, but wow, that's crazy, man.
That is.
That is absolutely absurd.
I mean, was he punched or hit in the head, had a concussion, and just didn't?
Maybe he got on the ground, hit his head against the gymnasium floor.
That could be too.
Might have caused a concussion or something like that. You know, if he was down, maybe somebody accidentally caught him in the throat or something, stomped him in the throat, or you know, something like that. Caught him just right in the temple, maybe, and put him out. I don't know.
Man, that's crazy.
That's or is it something like we're missing? He got all riled up and had cardiac arrest, had a heart attack, and died. That's something else that could have happened.
But here, I mean, I don't know for sure, but the tweet says, "Man killed at middle school basketball game." I don't know.
Would they word it? I guess they wouldn't word it that way, though. They might say, like, man suffers cardiac arrest during fight, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really know the cause, but.
I mean, I don't know. We can't say died suddenly, but that is
no.
That is a bad deal. I mean, you don't expect that in
tragedy at a basketball game.
Now, I can tell you, like here in Texas, I mean, you got to have your head on a swivel, like at football games, youth football games, even peewee football games. You better have your head on a swivel.
Look what happened out here with Aqib Talib's brother.
Yeah, exactly. That perfect example. Yeah.
Yeah, pulled out his gun and just shot the opposing coach because they were arguing during the game. Crazy.
Yeah, and parents have lost their minds at these youth sporting events. They've went nuts.
And it's not even the kids. It's not even the kids that are fighting. Just like this basketball game wasn't the kids, it was the adults.
Yeah.
It's going nuts.
Yeah. They get mad over, I wonder, it doesn't say anything like he was a referee or anything like that.
Doesn't say anything.
It feels like, that kind of thing starts from, or you got a parent that criticizes somebody else's kid. Hey, man, somebody get that dumbass kid out of here. He ought to know better than to do that. Hey, asshole, you're talking about my kid. Well, your kid sucks.
Yeah.
Well, how about you, pound sand and kick rocks?
Yeah.
And it's going. Then it's on. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. We got one more super chat here from Rudy Bernias. $2. Keep up the great work, Jets. Well, we're going to keep trying. Thank you guys for all of the support. Supporting us. We're going to try to keep growing. Man, if we can crack this YouTube algorithm, man, it'd be great. But news break. We're going to be over there putting up videos as well. And experimenting with shorts too.
Right. Second sports channel growing like crazy. Growing like crazy over there. Yep. Network channels went kind of stale, but it's a constant battle with YouTube and what they're going to allow, whether or not we can even put a tag in a video or a description in a video.
It's ridiculous over there.
I honestly, if I had it to do over, I'd have been like, let's grow the Matrix and Roadshow instead. Let's do entertainment.
Yeah, but we really exploded over there on the network channel.
I know it. It's like what I found is the second sports channel is starting to get much more consistent videos. Like even a bad video might get like 5,000 or 6,000 views. Mm-hmm. The network channel will give you a bunch of 2,500 videos, and then like every 30th one is like 127,000 views.
Yeah, because we're pulling about what on average 10,000 views a day on the network channel now, roughly around there.
Yeah,
and the black and white sports too.
Oh, we're getting.
I mean, 26, 30 sometime.
Yeah. So, we almost hit 40 the other day. We've had some 100,000 view days on that channel too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know the other sports channel is videos are hitting that would never hit on this channel ever.
Yeah.
Like I could put up a Sean Payton video or something over here and it probably wouldn't get half the views it got on that other sports channel.
I'd rather watch black and white sports on Rumble. Well, on Rumble, black and white sports and black and white sports 2, those videos go to the same channel on Rumble. So get the best of both worlds, but you don't have the views over there.
Did we get any super chats or whatever their version is from over there?
No.
Okay.
They call them Rumble Rant. I think it's Rumble Rants is what it's called. Let me see.
No relation.
It says your rant here. So, I think it's called Rumble Rants over there. That's what it is.
Sons of bitches, I'll sue you for copyrights infractions.
Yeah. Anything else, Rose, before we wrap it up here?
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Yeah, well, thanks, everybody, for coming out and listening to us. 1 hour show. Make sure you follow us on the podcast as well. That's definitely growing, too. I believe we already said that, but I don't remember exactly. Go ahead, read it.
I'd rather watch these two guys than all of ESPN had enough of the race comments all the time in creating drama over dumb stuff. And who is this? Breaking news right now on ESPN. Becky Walters was just traded. Who is Becky Walters?
Probably another a WNBA player.
Oh.
I don't know.
Was that Barbara Walters' daughter? Is that? I guess I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Becky Walt. I don't even know.
I oddly enough yesterday randomly got to combine wrestling with the 49ers. Did you see that?
Was that the Ric Flair?
Ric Flair run his mouth about Brock Purdy. It was great. Man, the Royal Rumble. I have dived way back into wrestling, man. I mean, way back in. I watched the Royal Rumble this past weekend and was fired up and jumping up and down when Brock Lesnar started coming out, and then Bobby Lashley started coming out, and then they denied me Rey Mysterio coming out. I was pissed about that. But
yeah,
I'm all in. AEW's been great the last month. So, yeah, I'm getting into some wrestling again.
Good.
Keep crossing my fingers for that ECW revival, but I don't think I'm getting it.
Yeah. Well, that is going to wrap it up, guys. We will catch you on the next live stream. Until then, peace. We're out.
Till next time.